Hello friends, so welcome back to part 2 of my Lush Lilac videos. I've got several cards that we're going to make, so let's jump right to it. Alright, whoops, there's my glasses. Okay, I wanted to quickly show you the cards from the first video with all of the glitter added, which hopefully you can kind of see the glitter there on my flowers and any of those. Here's the first one, and it's all glittered. You can kind of see that. It's so pretty in person. I'm really liking how all these turned out. Here's this one. One other thing I did do is I came back with a blue Copic marker and add a little bit of shading to my birds. And same with this one. And you can see, I'm just kind of showing you where I put all the glitter and shine. And you can kind of see. So, okay, there's the first 4. Let's go ahead and get started on the next batch. So this next one I think is going to be one of my favorites. I've got all my parts here die cut and ready to go. And let me show you. This is going to be a shaped card, and this was the die set that I used, the Simply Elegant Centerpiece. I've always loved how the pretty shapes of this one, and I've got several pieces here all ready to go. Also, out of the circles, I made myself a little eyelet circle piece here. I've got some various other pieces, and I just love how this one turned out. I mostly used my ink daubers to color this, but then I came back and did the flowers and the dots on the umbrella with a Copic marker. So, you know, you're never locked into doing it just one way. So after making my shaped card, I did go ahead and score this at the midway point so that I could make this an easel card. So it's going to be a shaped easel card. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set everything aside, and I'll talk you through these pieces once we get to that place. I think I'm going to use the Cove Blue. Just going to go around all the edges there. I'm trying to be a little bit careful because that Cove Blue can be really, it can go on really dark and make a big splotch. So I'm trying not to do that. I want to keep it more out there on the edges. So do let me know there in the comments if you enjoyed the first part of this video with the first 4 cards. Did you find that useful, or was there one card that was your favorite? I would love to know if there was one that you liked better than others, or a technique or something that I did that you enjoyed. And at the end of this video, if you do the same, let me know what you liked about these 4 cards. That would be great. So if you don't know how to make a shaped card, do go back on some of the other videos and I walk you through it more in depth. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper, and I like to use a 6x6 or a 6x12, fold it in half, and then when you die cut it, you let the top portion of the die hang off where your crease is, where you folded the 6x6, and then you die cut it and it'll give you this shape, but the top portion of the shape is always going to be cut off. So that is why I make a second piece, because this will have the full image. So rather than putting it just on this where you've got this delicate part hanging off with nothing behind it, you make another one to put on there, and that will give you the full shape. Hopefully that makes sense. If it's confusing to you, do go back to some of the other shaped card videos and you know, where I actually do it, and that will help you see what I'm talking about there. But most of the time nowadays, I go ahead and have it done in advance, just because we've been doing that for a long time. And all right. Gonna glue that down right here. All right, now these little centerpieces, I'm not going to worry about those too much because I know that I'm going to be gluing over the top of them in just a moment. So for this piece, I took my eyelet outline circle. Let's see, I think I have those over here with me. Yes. So I keep all of my eyelets and the circles that fit them on the same magnetic sheet. That way I can just always have them ready. So I took the eyelet circle, then I took, instead of the one that would be just a little bit smaller, I went 2 down so that I would have this nice outline of a circle and cut out on the inside. Then this middle one that I skipped, that's what I used to cut out this piece because that's going to go underneath. So that is kind of the look that I wanted for this. I'm going to add my glue here around the inside edge. And I'm going to glue this onto this piece. And I very carefully chose this piece because I wanted some of my flowers to show here. And hopefully it all works. So the next thing I'm going to do is add some shape to this piece. There it is. Okay. All right, now I am going to add a little bit of foam to a couple of these. Let's see here. So my idea was that this would be right here, and then I want to make sure I angle it in such a way that, but before I go any further, I need to double check that this piece is angled right because I don't want to make it like this and my birds be crooked, or like this and my birds be crooked. Okay, so this piece has to sit like this on my card. So I'm going to leave it like that when I put this on so that it's all, hopefully that made sense. Whoops. Okay. Now I'm going to decide where I want my birds. Now I do want to kind of cover up this butterfly with my umbrella and hopefully still preserve a little bit, there we go, of the rest of it, so of my flowers showing through there. So we'll see how that works out. And now this is my up and down, so I'm just lining up my umbrella with the 2 pieces that would show the up and down of my card here. So right like this, it's this piece and this piece, so I just kind of visualize a straight line there between. Okay, so when you're making a shaped card and you want it to be an easel card, we're only going to apply glue to the bottom half. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there we go. This will stand up just like that. So we're ready to work on our inside. Go ahead and open that up. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to apply some ink here around the edges of this one. And I decided to put my sentiment here on the scroll and leave this circle for you to write your message on. And I chose the sentiment, "Have a sweet day." Oops, the back of this will be better. And I believe this blue paper that I'm using came from the Butterfly Medley, if I remember right. And I was kind of thinking of this card to be for a baby shower. So I did choose blues and pinks. So it can go for either one. There's a little bit of writing in this paper, so I just wanted that not to be upside down. There we go. Okay, now this piece I'm going to add some shape to. Sorry, that is my daughter calling on my phone, which is that noise that you hear. She's going to have to wait a minute. And I am going to put foam under this, and that will be one of my stoppers. Okay, I'm just going to quickly tell my daughter that I'm making a video so she doesn't keep calling. There we go. I almost called her before I started to tell her that I was going to be recording, but I ended up not. So I'm going to place this about right here. Okay, and then I have these two that I am going to place. One of them up under here, whoops, like this at this angle. And the other one is going to go right down here. I think I wanted it this way. Yeah, like this. Okay, so that makes a nice little frame around there. Now, I'm not shaping these because I'm going to put some of our lilacs on these pieces. Okay. Get rid of some of this trash. All right. Now, because this is the inside of the card, these will get kind of flattened down a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I still think they will look better than, you know, just the stamped image there, because I didn't color them real specifically, so I wanted to put these on there. And most of these I am using the kind of more purple and pink ones. I'm not really choosing the blue ones. Let's see here. Alright, now for the inside of this card, I'm going to use the pearls. Nope, wrong one. There they are. There we go, just adding in a little dollop of glue. All right, isn't that pretty? Those little swags just make it so easy to create this beautiful little area for your sentiment. I just like the way that looks. So now this will stand up just like this. And what a beautiful card. I really like the way this one came together. I'm looking forward to adding my glitter, and I think it's going to be really nice. So I'm going to stand this one up over here, and we will move on to our next one. I wasted so many of my pearls last time because they fell with that little tray, so I decided I'd use a bit bigger one. All right. Okay, for the next card, we have this one here. And it looks like I did forget to come, so we're going to have to make our pieces here. We go around all of our edges. Looks like this piece of paper came from the wisteria. I think it was called Cascading Petals. Does that sound right? I wish they would have just named them all by the flowers, because I can't keep all those creative names together. So this is a 5x7 turned landscape. The purple paper came from our, isn't that pretty piece? I just hate to turn it downwards, but I have more of it, so... Right. Turn landscape. I started to say that and then lost my train of thought. Okay. I have this beautiful piece, which you probably recognize that one. And of course, I don't remember the name of it. In fact, I don't. Oh, there it is. Ooh, it looks like this. And I die cut this one in a silver. I always think silver and purple and pink go together. I tend to put silver with those colors more often than gold. Although I do have a card later on that I use some gold on, but I tend to go silver with these colors. Nice background for us. All right, so now I have some other pieces here. My card, or my sentiment, will say, "Get well wishes." So, I am still babysitting my daughter's dog, or dog sitting, I should say, not babysitting, but she's probably going to come over and come in the downstairs door, and the dog is going to start going crazy. So, I am foreseeing that taking place, and she may come up here to get the dog. we'll see how that all plays out if I have my video done before that all happens. If not, I'll probably have to get up and open the door. So. All right, there we go. All right. Now my plan was, I really loved this beautiful image of the birds and the bird cage, so I was going to set this at an angle. And this pretty piece about right here. Then my get well wishes was going to go right down in here. And my beautiful, I think I'll tilt it this way. There we go. So that was kind of the layout for this card. So I'm going to set this stuff aside. And I think on this one, I'm going to grab a piece of white paper that I have. And we're going to go ahead and back this piece, because some of it sticks up above my card. And this paper is a little flimsy. I think it would get bent up if I just left it one layer. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this on some white. And just a narrow little outline there. And I'm just going to freehand cut this rather than get a die out and everything. A lot of it's going to be covered up, so it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. And I think this would be good with that bottom half with some elevations. Do that. Putting that about right there. This piece. Put that right there. All right, so we got our base ready to go. Let's go ahead and create our flower. So my intentions have been to have my flower already created, and I totally forgot to do that before I started the video. So we will do it together. That's how you fix that. Now both of these were stamped in the Cove Blue, and I don't know if you remember the first one that we did. On this one, the flower itself was stamped in the Verbena. And I found I liked it way better stamped in the blue. I felt like you could just see it all better. So that's just a tip when you're stamping. For me, I liked it way better when it was stamped in that darker blue. So that's something you can play around with. Decide which way, oops, it's not going to slide, which way you like it best. I'm going to go ahead and add this onto my card. And same with this. Okay. A little bit of foam. And this is kind of a thin foam. I didn't put like the really thick foam on these, but I did want it to have dimensions. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to position this. I think I want that under, if I can get it under. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and add our flowers. And I have them all right over here. It doesn't matter where I set that glue, it falls over. I don't know what the deal is with that. I want to get some of the blue ones in here because I think this card has a lot of blue in it, and that'll be pretty to have a really multicolored lilac over here. All right, so the scenario I was talking about with my daughter coming in, it's happening. I can hear the garage door going up. So if that dog starts barking here in a second. I give up. I'm just going to let that glue lay on its side. Let's get you in there. Oops. It's stuck together. All right, so today my husband and I went to a new place for lunch. It's called Pluckers, and they make chicken wings, like buffalo wings and that kind of thing. So let me know if you've ever tried one of those. So it was pretty good. A little on the pricey side, but good, just the same. And Tony, would you open my door and let the dog out, please? That's my husband. Don't know if he heard me or not. Oops. These I'm gonna place right over here. So one thing that I think is really pretty, especially with the lilacs, and I've done this a couple times now, is placing them on a circle or some kind of background. I think that really just kind of showcases them and helps the colors to stand out. You know, the color that you choose to put underneath it can make a big difference in how well it turns out, or how well it pops off the page. And there we go. I think I'm going to put one more over there because I think they look kind of funny just standing alone all by themselves. So I think I like two better than one. There we go. All right, there we go. Another one that I think is going to look fantastic once it gets its glitter. There's something about these purples and pinks that just really come to life when they get their glitter. All right. Oops. Forgot these. There we go. Oh, so pretty. I miss Heartfelt Creation so much. I love that silver. Okay, let's set that one aside. And we are ready for our next to the last one. And this is going to be our one that we add some greens and golds to. So most of our designs have been in the purples and pinks, and I wanted to have a little bit of variation. And it looks like I've lost my pen again. Hopefully it's here somewhere. Ah! Oh, I hate when that happens. Well, don't know. Okay, so I've gone ahead and backed this piece from the Butterfly Medley. This is a piece from, you know what? I've been telling you wrong. Every time I've said Butterfly Medley, except for the butterflies, the paper is from Butterfly Reflections. The really, really old one was called Butterfly Medley, and that is the one that this paper comes from. So forgive me for that. I get them all mixed up. Okay, we're going to go around this one with the succulent. And I really wanted to preserve that purple edge that this one has, so we're not going to cover that up, but we are going to cover up this gold color. And I did mount this on a piece of Luxe Gold, and I die cut this little piece from the Luxe Gold as well. And this will be a 6x6 card. Centering that right in there. Oops. And I wanted this little piece just to be down here in the corner. And now let's add some shape to our pieces. All right, I'm going to have to find another pin real quickly, or my glue is going to dry up on me. Let's look here. Nope. Ah, I know what'll work. I'm gonna take this baby wipe and just lay it over there, and when I'm done I can get up, and I have more pins in my closet and I can add one. Hopefully the other one will turn up, but let's add some shape here to my umbrella. And to my little branch and bird. And then these pieces, just a little bit. Yeah. I'm not going to this because I am going to add flowers to that one. Okay, so let's take our umbrella. This is another baby shower card, or it could be wedding shower, I suppose. I don't know why I always think baby. It could be wedding, but I find myself in need of shower cards pretty regularly. Our church seems to always be either having babies or weddings, so I like to have some of these on hand. And my plan is to have my flowers kind of cascading out of my umbrella here. So I'm going to place this umbrella kind of right here. And now I'm going to add my other pieces in. This one. Coming out of this side. like that. And then this one is going to be coming out of the middle. In fact, I'm going to cut that little piece off. This one is going to be coming right here. Okay. And then this little piece I'm actually going to save because I may add that back in. We'll see. This little piece. Well, I'm going to put this right in line, right up here. And remember I told you I took the B01 of the Copic markers, and I'm just going to trace just a little bit of my bird to add just a little shadow, because I found like he got a little lost up in there. All right. Now we are going to go ahead and add our sentiment. We're going to add the flowers, the last thing. This is one of the sentiments from the Butterfly Reflections paper pad. I don't use pre-made pieces very often. I like making my own, but occasionally I do grab a sentiment. There we go. That's just right up here. All right, and now we're ready to add flowers. Oops. Same thing. Oops. There we go. A few more of the pink ones. Excuse me. This one kind of got mushed. Okay, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to lift those two up and try to place another one in there. There we go. I think I'm just not holding them long enough so they're not staying down. There we go. There we go. right, so hopefully that has a little bit of a cascading look to it. Now I've got some additional leaves that I had cut off of another branch that I think I'm going to kind of feed in there. But I did want them to have a little shape because I hadn't shaped these yet. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the leaves. Maybe look over in here. And I've got a couple more. Oops. There we go. Whoops. Moved. All right. One more here. Where should that go? Oh, very nice. A bit of an open spot there, and that fit perfectly. All right, so the next thing for this one, where's that little, oh, here it is. Nope, I don't think I'm gonna use that. Okay, so the next thing is to go ahead and add our Nuvo drops. And of course, I'll come back later and add my glitter. But I like this look of my flowers just kind of falling out of the umbrella, kind of like the image in the paper pad. And like I said, I would use this as a shower card. Okay, we are down to our very last card, and it is another boot card. So this is our final lilac example, and got one of my favorite ones, a piece of hot pink paper, kind of more purpley. Again, I've gone ahead and colored up the boot just like I did the other boots in the last video. I put on some stone blue ink. Then I colored it with some Copic markers, the parts that I wanted. Then I went back around the edges with the stone just to give it some color. I have used some double-sided adhesive to tape in my foliage there, which comes from the Singing in the Rain. And I've got another one of our vellum butterfly stamped in blue. And some different papers here. And this is going to be a 5x7. So I'm going to go ahead and put down my thinking of you. There we go, and it looks like got quite a few here I didn't pop out. Just popping out the rest of those little bits in the eyelet. Okay. I keep wanting to put my pen in there, and I have no pen, so it's like discombobulating me. Here it is. Well, that is, there it is. This is what I'm looking for. There we go. Getting rid of that white edge. I think for this one, I'm actually going to go around with the pink. It's going to be up against that purple, so I think that it'll be nice to have just a little bit of purpley edge there. All right. Looks like this paper was from the Aster. This is one of the pieces from the paper pad that you can just cut down, and it fits very nicely inside this frame. Down there crooked. Okay. Let's see here. So this is what I'm thinking about. Let me take that off. That was blocking that from going where I want it. Yeah, that one needs to be up on my thinking of you. So it needs to be about like this. Okay. So now I've got my butterfly. It's going to be down here. And now I wanted to show you the two differences. Remember, I had told you about stamping it in blue. This one I colored different. I like it way better. But this one also is stamped in blue. When it was stamped in the purple, you really just couldn't see it. So I think I'm just going to use this one right here across the top, and then we'll add our flowers. I think about like that. Okay? All right, let's glue it down and get it ready to go. Okay. Not about right there. I am making a video. There we go. This to be about right there. I'll put my butterfly on last. I didn't add shape to this one, but I think since we have we're going to be gluing on our flowers, that'll be okay. So this should have been just a tad higher. I wanted this to be more up top, but I think that's okay. We're not going to worry about that. All right. There we go. Okay, we'll grab another pinkish one. One more here on the end. All right. Add my butterfly. I tell you, that just, it doesn't want to stand up. Alright, I think I do want one more. Got kind of a empty spot over here. Just right about right in here. Whoops, set my finger in the Nouveau drop. There we go. Whoops. Alright, there we go. Now, the only other thing I thought I would do here is add just 2 or 3, maybe 3 of my lilac petals right down here. I don't think I have any more of those leaves. I had a little leaf laying here. That's okay. I think I have some somewhere. I may add a few little leaves over here as well when the time comes. I always fuss with them a little more even after my videos are done. Get things exactly the way I want them. All right. And look at that. I still have some to spare. I thought I'd run out, so that's pretty good. Alright, just making some more room. Only one piece that I didn't use. That's this one right here. Of all the pieces I made for these cards. Alright, I'm going to set out the ones that we made today. For this video. Right here. And my favorite, I think, of all of them is my Easel card. I just love this like spray on the inside. So there it is on the outside and our lovely image on the inside. All right, and then of course the ones that are already glittered and finished up. All right, so there is my, let's see if I can scoot them all over here a bit. All right, there is all of my Lush lilac cards for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you're making Lush lilac cards, do post pictures of them. I love to see. There's several great Heartfelt groups that you can join on Facebook to post what you're making, and all of us enjoy still sharing all of our creations, so I hope that you'll do that. And I will try to link those Facebook names below the video, so that way if you want to join those groups, you'll be able to find them. So if I don't do it on this video, I will do it on the first video of this two-part series, I guess you call it. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you keep crafting with those Heartfelt projects, and I look forward to crafting with you again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.